Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and I'm bringing you all an eBay haul today. Got some great items to pin up along with a few items from the thrift store, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you all. Stay tuned. Okay, so before I get started, I do apologize if I didn't have this filmed last week. It was not a very good week for me. Monday, I just made a few mistakes, got written up at work for it, and they were rather minuscule, but I blow everything out of proportion. That's just how I am, unfortunately. And around Monday night into Tuesday, I started not to feel well, and I'm still kind of congested. Taking some meds for it, so hopefully within the next few days it clears up. I think it's just the cold weather that's been messing with me, and then on top of that, I'm not really dressing all that warm, so that might be playing into it. So yeah, I'm back here, and I just got my hair cut, and I'm really excited about it because I don't look like a dirty hippie anymore. So without further ado, let's get into this video. One of the first things that I forgot to mention in my last video is that I picked up the complete Golden Girls show set for $36.86. I love these girls. They're hysterical. They love each other and they can hate each other, and then they can completely roast each other all on the same show. So I'm on the 6th of the 7th seasons. I'm kind of bummed because that means this is just going to be another archive in my DVD collection. So if you love the Golden Girls, definitely check them out. Alright, let me show you the two items from the thrift store. Last week, or even 2 weeks ago, I wasn't finding hardly anything. I guess just either everyone's out or they're just not donating as much stuff. But that's alright because it's kind of how that is sometimes. So for $2, I got two more of these owl swivel arm wall brackets. One was loose in the packaging. There's no screw, nor is there a swivel arm for it. So I'm just going to sell them both together. Probably $10, $12. Not a huge profit, but still something, right? Now this, I'm not entirely sure if it's old or not. It's in the shape of an old mixer. It was $1.99. It's got crazing all over it, and like I said, I don't know if this is something that came like in a kid's toy set, or if it's from Walmart or Target, or I don't know where it's from or who made it, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments, because it looks more new to me than it does old, and if it's newer, I might just end up redonating it. No big deal. So now we're going to get into the pinup-y items, and I broke a record today. I had spent the most money on one pinup card, which is highly unusual for me, but I'll explain why I did. So I'll start off with these. These cost me $4 in free shipping. I think they were meant to be put together, like as one arcade card, but maybe they just weren't at the time. This one is called Upswept. This one is called Coverall Beauty. I wonder if this is going to give me the same issues with focusing like it did before. Oh, well, you get the picture. This one's called Merry-Go-Round. And this one is called Putting One Over. So those cost me $4, free shipping. And then I got some more Mutoscope cards, like I said. Paid $2 for the two of these. This one is called Needing a Lift. This one is called Sport Model. So those cost me $2, both of those. Then I also got some pinup matchbooks, which, you know, to me, they're very common to find. Or they're very common, tons of them out there. Why I decided to buy these ones, I don't know. Maybe it was just because they were cheap. So I got a set of 4 of them for $1.75, and after I got them, I realized why they were so cheap. They're missing the matches, but that's okay. This one is called Call to Arms. I don't know if these ones are going to focus because these ones are so tiny. There we go. Call to Arms. We've got young and kittenish. Let's see if I can get these to focus. This one is called Barking Dogs Bite. This one's kind of messed up. And the last one, which is actually my favorite, it says, "Look here, Admiral." Because these ones are missing the matches, I was thinking about maybe cutting them down and maybe making a keychain out of them, like buying one of those clear acrylic keychains like the photo frames. You can get 10 of them online right now for $4.62, so I was thinking maybe about doing that, or maybe not, maybe I'll just throw them in the jar as is, because it was $1.75 for the 4 of them. That's a pretty good price. Now, I did get another lot of 7 for $9, so that's about $1.28 a piece, which is pretty fair, I think. And there were a couple of them in here that I really liked. 2 of them I'm probably just going to end up throwing with with my lot of pinup arcade cards that I have listed right now. So hopefully these will focus for you. These are the 2 that I'm probably most likely not going to be keeping. Got that one, and then we got that one. Yeah, I'm just not crazy about them. They look too 60s to me. These are the ones that I am going to throw, because they have the matches intact. So this one's called Strictly for the Sea. This one's called The Right Scale. This one's called No Fair Peeking. This one is called Double Trouble. There we go. And then this one is my favorite, and that's why I decided to buy the lot. It's called Facing a Heat Wave. I wanted to focus. This one's the coolest one of them all. See, even the snowman was, pardon the pun, blown away by how pretty this girl is. So I didn't think that was too much to ask for those. I kind of went on a weird kick with all of it. I guess I was just dying to find something pinup because I've just been... It's just like one of my favorite things to collect. Now, for $8, I did pick this up, and I probably shouldn't have. This is an Alberto Vargas 1960s Playboy page featuring a... I mean, she's very pretty, but she's not... It's hard for me to put into words because this is 60s. I really much prefer pinup of the 40s and the 50s when that was, you know, it was the era of the pinup girl. So I might just end up throwing this along with the pinup matchbook, or not the pinup matchbooks, the arcade cards, just to get rid of it. I don't know. I'm like I said, I have to think about it because I ended up asking for a return, and the guy just went ahead and said, yeah, I don't want it back, here's your money. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't argue it. Oh yeah, my last arcade card. This is the most I've ever spent on one of these, but this one's my absolute favorite. This one, you guys have seen me post this on Instagram. This one is called Station Wow. Let me see if I can get this one to focus because I love the detail on her. You get the idea. She's cute. I love her. Like I said, she was the most I've ever spent on one of these cards. I paid $9.99 for that. The reason that I went ahead and decided to pay that was because that's what other ones were selling for at auction. Ones that were graded were going for like $35. So I was like, whoa, okay. So I didn't think that was too much to ask, especially when looking at comps and trying to get ones cheaper at auction. So I thought that was okay, especially, yeah, like I said. So for $22 or $5.50 a piece, I got a whole lot of pinup. This is just a desk calendar. I'm not going to go through each month because that means I have to pull them all out of here, and yeah, it's just going to be a pain. So this was $5.50. It's for 1951. She's cute. Talking on the phone. Now, I don't really pick up the ink blotters, but I said, what the hey? This is for someone by the name of H.W. Kaufman. I guess it's a watch clock repair place. Here's the other one. Here's the cool one. This is like a pamphlet for Brown and Bigelow Company. So the first one reads, I've learned the way to find success, and if you'll follow me, I'll show you how to make the most of opportunity. She's standing out at the bus stop in the rain. And then it opens up again. Here's the first one. And that one reads, initiative is something that shouldn't be ignored, but it's usually attracted by an adequate reward. Ooh, naughty. And then there's this one. Sitting at a desk, I guess. Maybe she's a secretary or something. There's stimulus for effort in the daily work routine when chances for advancement and improvement can be seen. And then another even bigger one comes up. Looks like that. This one reads, folks aren't inclined to venture much unless they think they'll make a fair return to compensate for risks they have to take. And then it opens up again into a big poster. And this is what it reads. Looks like that. Mother with 2 kids. And this one reads, there's no other way of life, whatever its disguise. Can't beat cooperation and American enterprise. So here's the season's best to you. Remember what I've said. Together we can get things done in years that lie ahead. And this is by Cutter's Exchange, which I guess, I don't even know what that is. It was some company in Nashville, Tennessee. But yeah, I thought that was a very cool pickup. I love that a lot, and I will be hoarding that in my pinup collection. So, I also bought something on eBay that was kind of not in my realm of collecting. I got 3 issues of Playboy magazine from 1956. It was $3.95 for the lot of them, or $1.31 a piece, which is pretty fair because a lot of these issues can go for like $20 all the way up to a few thousand. Now, 50s Playboys, like I said, they're like any other magazine. They don't really sell as well unless they're in good condition or if someone decides to spend $1 million just to grade it. The issues you really want to look for are, of course, Playboy #1 with Marilyn Monroe. January 1954 actually does very, very well. Make sure the centerfolds are always intact and they're there. The magazine is clean, you know, whole 9 yards. January of 1955 also does well because that has the Betty Page Christmas centerfold in it. That's one you can always sell for good money. If you ask a fair price, of course. So the issues that I have are February, March, and June of 56. So here is the first one. I don't want to take these out of the plastic. They're nothing really special. I only bought it for this particular issue. This one is March of 56. I saw this at a flea market a while back, and I really, really liked the graphic of the pretty girl on front. And this is the only one that had the centerfold in it, and I think since it's not too racy, I might as well go ahead and show it to you. So the model for this issue of Playboy is Marion Stafford. She was born in Oklahoma in February of 1931, and she tragically passed away in 2006 at the age of 75. So at the time of this issue's printing, she was 24, 25 years old. Actually, she was 25. I don't know how old she was when she posed for this. But this isn't too racy. You can't see any nips or anything like that. I thought that was really, really cool. I don't even think the one that the guy had at the flea market, and he was asking $10 for it, I don't even think it had the centerfold. So I thought that was a pretty darn good price. Now, there are some issues with this magazine. I'll point them out in just a second after I can get the centerfold back in there. The front and back cover are loose. They're not stapled to the actual magazine. But that doesn't bother me because for $1.31, that's insanely good. Now, I'm not going to start collecting 50s Playboys. I only want certain issues, like, you know, January 55 with Betty Page, or Couple with Mansfield in it, or, of course, Marilyn, if I can get my hands on that for a decent price. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is I might just go ahead and list these on eBay, maybe for $20, $25. But like I said, they're not in the greatest shape, and they're not in horrible shape either. I think $20, someone will snatch these right up for their collection, with or without the centerfolds. They're a good starting piece, so that's $10. So I paid $1.31 each to get $10 a piece. That's still good profit, to me anyway. Last item that I want to show you all is something that I already had, but I got it in a better condition. So you all remember, a long, long time ago, I got one of the 1950 Girl with the Wind in Her Hair solid background Coke serving tray. I think I paid $12 for this one. And as you can see, the condition is pretty rough. Scratches, rust, you name it, it's pretty much on here. But I got real lucky and I scored an even better one in better condition for $20. Now it does have flaws, you know, paint loss, there's some marks down here by the girl's hand, but it's still much brighter and more vibrant than the one I just showed you. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to probably list this one on eBay, probably for a flat fee of $40, just to make a little bit of profit. And I think somebody who's using this as a placeholder until they get one in better condition will satisfy somebody, I'm sure. The stuff that I showed you that's going to be for resale, hopefully I'll have up by tomorrow. I'm off, so I'll be able to do a lot more with my eBay business than I have been able to do in the last few weeks. So that's everything that I wanted to share with you all. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when a new video is posted. All the links to my social media accounts are down below as well. Instagram is where I am most active right now. Thanks so much for watching.